Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. Are you kidding me? Game number, what are we on? Number 5 for the day? Man, I'm telling you, Championship Sunday, Staten Island, St. Patty's. It's the Panthers versus the Wildcats in the 8th grade Boys B Championship. Who are they? Well, that's Our Lady Queen of... Jesus. That's Our Lady Queen of Peace Panthers against the Olgc Wildcats. Joining me in the broadcast booth right now for this one with another wardrobe change, Ray Palma, Eliot Wilson. Are you boys ready to rock or what?
Absolutely fired up, which should be an exciting 8th grade Bees boy game here. Got both teams here that jam. Look at that, their supporting crowd for Good Counsel is dressed, decked out in green. My guy Chris McGlynn dressed out in a full St. Patrick's Day suit. This is just, these guys are out here and ready to go. I gotta give big support here because today's game is actually, we have a special sponsor just for this one. We want to give a massive shout out to our friends at, of course, Main Street Coffee. No. We Our Lady of Good Counsel. I'm not supposed to know this, Danny. Did we not talk about this?
The Our Lady of Good Counsel Sports Association, all right. They came on board for this game. We want to give them, I'm gonna do something good here. I'm gonna get rid of the coloring shade here to show them some more love. Pop this up on screen. This is what it says. Congratulations to all teams competing in the Staten Island CYO Championship games. They're a little biased here, though. They say, "Go Blue Knights," from Our Lady of Good Counsel Sports Association. So a big thank you to them for coming on board this afternoon, specifically for their championship contest against the Panthers.
If you're going to pay for a sponsorship, we are like Ron Burgundy. If you put it on the paper, we will read it. So whether you're pro your team, pro another team.
Ray, you ready for your favorite sponsor? Here you go.
I'm ready for my favorite sponsor.
There you go. You just said it. You can say it again.
I hope you're not trying to trick me, but
I'm not trying to trick you.
This segment sponsored by our main sponsor, Main Street Coffee, 173 Main Street.
That's right. They got 2 locations, though, another one in Richmond Town.
Oh, my goodness. My God, I'm learning as I go. I've only been to the other location. Not just coffee, wings, burgers, chicken tenders, wraps. They sponsored our food last night. It's not here today, and I want to cry because yesterday was so delicious. But luckily, Dougie Elwell, Dougie Elwell's held us down with the cupcakes and donuts.
Eliot Wilson on the game right now.
Main Street Coffee, Main Street Coffee, Main Street Coffee. Sorry, I can't stop doing it.
Hey, last year, you know my memory is sharp, Coach, but last year, the Varsity B game was the game of the day. You know, so I'm hoping that we have a continuance of Varsity B games that, you know, one of the highlights of today.
I don't understand, and I'm sure after this broadcast I'm going to get some questions, maybe some answers, with the whole AB thing, because I'll tell you right now, Isaiah Joseph is an A player. That is an undeniable fact. He's number 43 for OLGC. You cannot convince me OLGC has 7 other players in their 8. Now, maybe they don't have an A-division team. I'm not sure about anything. So,
ladies and gentlemen,
but this kid is a stud. So, Joseph, 19.5 points per game.
OLGC has some height, too. Look at this kid, Raphael Alexander. Yes.
We got to take a second now. The players are out to half court, and we're underway. It is the 8th grade Boys B Championship game. We'll let you get into everything you want to get into, but right now it's time for these 2 teams to get busy. Stifling defense in the paint to start for Queen of Peace, and them boys from the south are on the roll, traveling from right to left. Looking to get money baseline, working left elbow, now in the paint, throws up a wild shot against a contested team of Wildcats. Now it is OLGC that will have possession coming across the other way.
I never knew OLGC was the Wildcats. I learn something new every day.
Could you even believe it? Shout out to Laurent, who put these sheets together for us, letting us know everything we need to know. Beautiful Euro step doesn't go. It's going to stay with Our Lady Queen of Peace. They are the Panthers. Now, just to let you know who they are, Olqp is wearing all white unis with blue trim, blue numbers, and blue lettering. It is OLGC, the Wildcats, that are wearing the black jerseys, black shorts with light blue numbers and white stripes. There you go. Back to the action. Nobody cares. Good stuff. Still looking for our first score of the game. Oh, and a steal. Oh, there is a lid on the hoop to start this game. Diving for a steal. I'm loving the emotion and tenacity to start. Here's number 43. That's a big man. Trying to pass it in. Isaiah, what a move is right,
Alexander Raphael.
Second leading scorer, a dominant big man, headed the more Catholic in the fall, can shoot the 3-ball as well.
So I'm getting reports here from our stat department that number 23 from Our Lady Queen of Peace is a 7th grader.
Yes, he's a 7th grader. He plays at IS-24 as well, who is the number 2 seed in the middle school playoffs this year. Shout out to Coach Mike Masiri for putting this 7th grader on the 8th grade team and being one of their best players. This young man right here, number 2, Matthew Melendez, is also on that team as well.
First time to the free throw line tonight. Ray, and he misses. Ray, you know where that stat came from?
No idea.
Main Street Coffee.
You know what? Not just coffee.
It's not just coffee.
Their wings, their stats, there's donuts. They're just all around. Great place.
Philly cheesesteak.
Oh, Philly cheesesteak.
Missing both on the charity stripe. People
love
say,
Philly
what do you like
cheesesteaks.
the best? I like their stat department.
Well, if anybody wants to bring food to the booth, cheesesteak, no onions, peppers, just steak and cheese would be phenomenal. Thank you. Ball moved here.
Oh, beautiful move into the paint, but a little too wobbly with his handles. He lost it, but he gets it back. Now he has to give it back to Queen of Peace. Oh, up off the glass in a one-on-one defensive set. Forced to kick it back out are the Panthers. Now, I'll tell you, they have a lid on this basketball hoop, but that one just didn't come close. They have to find their rhythm, coaches.
A lot of high energy right now, so, they're missing shots, but everybody's locked in. I like this.
We expected the numbers to drop a little bit on how many people would be watching this game. No doubt people are in comas after that parade, sleeping. They'll be back in a little while.
So, Dan, I don't know how you want to handle this, but I'm being told that OLGC Blue Knights. That's what I'm being told by reliable sources at OLGC. Mark Nugent, shout out to Mark Nugent watching and following me some advice. Anyway, we want to go about it. We're going to update it. So we're going with Mark Nugent here. So if we're wrong, blame Mark Nugent. Otherwise, Mark Nugent gets all the credit.
No, that makes a lot of sense.
All right wing jump shot is off the backboard while Danny makes the adjustment on the graphic. Ball moving around.
Owning the boards.
It's fixed.
We have it now fixed. So thank you to Mark Nugent, the handicap ambassador. Up the sideline here, Isaiah Joseph. Extremely talented young man. Good high post entry.
Oh, a lovely shot block in the paint this time, coming by way of Rocco Dembinski. Back down the other way, Our Lady Queen of Peace looks to capitalize. They throw it off the backboard. Ooh. No, it won't go.
Wow, look at this speed on this kid.
Sliding down the court as if he were on skates, headed to the line.
Wow.
19.5 points per game, Danny. I mean, and at this level with the clock running and stuff, getting to 19 points is tough. And to average it, to get it now and again to score 20, cool, but to average a 20 piece, which is basically what 19.5 is very impressive. His first foul shot's up.
You can almost tell that he scores that much just by the speed that he plays at. This is a big floor. Once again, if we're on the OLGC floor or Sacred Heart floor, that's a layup.
Yeah, I noticed that sub coming in the game had the bracelet on there for OLGC, for Queen of Peace, number 8, Kenny Nonan. He removes the brace. Referee notices immediately. We'll have one more shot for Joseph.
So the Knights capitalize on that free throw. And Our Lady Queen of Peace will inbound it, bringing it across the timeline rather easily, looking to score easily, but can't. Now on a second chance opportunity, it won't go. OLGC comes up with it. Here's big man, number 43, once again. Isaiah Joseph doing everything, but he's called for a charge. You're right.
So if you're Queen of Peace, obviously, with someone on the other team scores 20 a night, that's your goal to stop him. In that possession, you stop him and put a foul on him. So great job. I couldn't see the player on Queen of Peace took the charge, but great job stepping up on the help.
That was number 2, Melendez.
So I got to give a big shout out to Nicky Ball's son checking into the game. Nico Vitigliano, they call him Hollywood.
Oh, that's quite the name there.
That's number 20 right here, closest to the camera.
That kid must be fun to hang out with then, number 20.
Well, his father definitely isn't. Back to the action on the court. The kick to the corner. Ooh, beautiful pump fake. Sending it back up top to the perimeter. Nobody home. Hollywood guarding him closely. Queen of Peace. Oh, shoulder shimmy. Back to the basket. Won't go. And we're going to have a foul called, possibly in frustration this time. It's going against Matthew Melendez.
Hollywood's hair game is through the roof. My goodness. That is fantastic.
Hollywood's mom is cool as hell, though. I just, while we're bad-mouthing Nikki Balls.
I did not
Comes from a good family.
You are bad-mouthing Nikki Balls.
Oh, what an absolute steady move in the paint. Isaiah Joseph staying busy.
Yeah, so it's 5-0 Joseph.
And why shouldn't it be? Back down the other end.
He's been driving the ball to the bucket all day. That's Colin Burke all day long. Again, can't put it in.
Second chance opportunity, count it, and the foul.
So Burke's been struggling, but Melendez, who's been active all over the place, picks him up, puts the ball in the basket, and first points, you have a queen apiece, Danny Chanod. Oh, look at that, Danny. They got the Blue Knight on the sideline. They got the helmet and everything. Look at that mascot
If you really want to get involved, I have the Blue Knights logo on the broadcast screen, so I'm just fried.
Well, you're fantastic at what you do, so once in a while it's kind of sick.
Look at the speed.
All the way, coast to coast. 7 points on the board for the Knights, and all 7 belong to Isaiah.
Burns family got to be excited to get a player like him coming to Moore Catholic in September. My goodness, that's fantastic. Speed.
People are fired up from the Our Lady Queen of Peace fan section, trying to will them on this Staten Island St. Patty's donned out in green.
That's a good box out by number 51.
You want Burke to get something where he's going to the basket. He's had a few runners, few floaters. And, I think it's a good sub here by Coach Giaramino.
G. Marino?
Can I help you?
Please do, yes.
Giamarino.
You don't have to wait. You could always just help. It's
no problem. Here's a stop pop right at the free throw line. He says, I got y'all. Kenny Nolan's got him on the board, ready to rock.
Push up Joseph. Look at the speed with the ball and without the ball. It doesn't affect him at all.
Oh, Joseph, step back 3. Off the right rim, no.
Wow.
Alexander Raphael with the putback. Second chance opportunity.
Beautiful patience by him after the rebound, too, Danny.
It's 9-4 right now. Our Lady Queen of Peace finds themselves down by 5. 1:35 to go here in the opening quarter. 8th grade boys B championship game, and there's nothing B about it. Tenacious competition.
Good counsel playing man-to-man, which is, I love to see from Coach McGlynn.
Melendez
He's
to
a St. Peter's
Pimpinella.
guy, so.
Pimpinella has it now, giving it over to Giamarino, who fires off the right end. No. Rebounded by the Knights underneath. Getting real physical. I'll tell you what, though, these South bands, Our Lady Queen of Peace, they love it. It's going to say their basketball on a jump ball. Shout out to Terry Downing, by the way. Referee came over, said what's up.
Always shout out to T-Bone. I've always said it doesn't get any better as far as refs on Staten Island right now. Lets the kids play, calls the obvious fouls and the obvious violations, and other than that, the kids breathe and play a game.
Rocco Dembinski now sends it over. Patrick Kelly fires a 3. No.
Hollywood with the rebound.
Gotta love it. And it's going to be number 21. Alexander Raphael decides to slow it down. He brings it across the timeline. He finds Hollywood, who rifles a 3, and it's off the front rim. No. 45 seconds to go here, opening quarter. The Panthers trail by 5. Beautiful runner in the lane goes. They got it down to a 1-possession ball game, fellas. Hollywood has it. 30 seconds on the clock. He loses his dribble. Now it's a turnover out the other way. Queen of Peace has it blocked in the paint. What a play.
Kept it in play. Good counsel on the push.
That's number 15, Brian Doherty with the block. And there's going to be a traveling violation called on the other end.
That's Kamari Joseph. That's Isaiah's brother. I'm 92% certain. I have to check the notes here, which I'm not going to be able to do during this moment. But nonetheless, I believe his brother, when he lacks in, not as tall as his brother, but my goodness, aggressive as heck on offense.
Love to see it. Now back, we have Thomas Giamarino. Kicks it outside for a 3. No good. And 0 on the clock. They're unaware of how much time is left there. And Rocco Dembinski says, boys, that's on me. But I'll tell you what's on us. Free basketball, courtesy of Nobody Cares Sports and all the fantastic sponsors that we work with. turning the camera around to the broadcast people. People are like, why is the bookie behind you guys on camera all the time? That's our stat department, right? If you want to work for us, you're more than welcome to come on down. Well,
I just thought the bookie was security. I didn't know your stats, too. Wow.
No doubt he wears absolutely many hats. But, Ray, have we addressed that you changed from the Sprewell jersey now into the Hulk Hogan I Am a Real American shirt?
I was feeling festive. Coach Corso, congratulations,
Good
Tommy.
job,
Great
brother.
job, brother. Proud of you. Coach Corso.
No, address it, though. Did we address that before?
I'm not sure if we have or not, but Brian Winter's leaving the building. I have changed shirts. I told you yesterday I got my chops broken, and I react to my chops being broken sometimes. And I wanted to wear each game to have its own identity, so here I am representing our country and our festivity. I want to give a quick shout out to Cassidy Nugent. They won Hill JV basketball, the city championship, beating #1 seeded C yesterday. So St. Joseph Hill, the junior varsity basketball city championship. Great job, and a shout out to Cassidy and all of her teammates. Hope you keep the run going next year. As we get the second half started. Oh, middle school drops. Danny's on the computer again. Oh, John Boyle. I love John Boyle.
Well, we got to give a shout out to John Boyle. We're going to have some graphics come up on screen for the next game.
Oh, we're working. See, Danny's doing work for the next game during this game. Multitasking. I am not multitasking. I'm just watching the game as a beautiful score.
Lucas Berlon.
And here we have the push for Queen of Peace.
Sorry, my bad.
We've had a trouble here, a little struggle, 23 way downtown. And so far, so good. So far, so bad as far as the outside shot.
Look at the
for
speed
Burke.
on this kid.
Joseph there on the travel. So if you're Burke, you keep doing what you're doing. Clearly, you're the go-to guy and the aggressive player for Queen of Peace. But got to find a way to get things going to the basket a little stronger, been a little too floatery. Here he is playing the point now, too. So a little bit of everything for Burke against the 2-3 Olgc zone. I guess those are the shots he usually takes, but those runners like to see something a little more set. Here comes Queen of Peace and the tremendous speed of Joseph. Be a good idea to get them out of hands. Queen of Peace matched up man-to-man. Blocked shot. Punched out of bounds. Punched out of bounds by number 2, Matthew Melendez. Great defense here. Queen of Peace, coach, what we got here? Just a man-to-man? 17's not guarding anybody, though.
He's in help, coach.
He's just standing. But who's he guarding? I'm wondering if this is some kind of a junk zone. We'll see. Anyway, the good drive. Hollywood! The bucket by Hollywood on the drive with the left hand.
Love to see it. Going back down the other end, Our Lady Queen of Peace answers the bell. Oh, that was silky smooth.
That must be the coach's son, whose last name I butchered already today. Joseph down the middle. Joseph again.
Oh, na-na. Making it look easy out there, E.
Nah, this kid is special. He's special.
Oh.
He's fast.
And you know
he's
what?
Crafty.
Back down the other end, it's Thomas Giammarino that's figuring, why fix it if it's not broken? The runner in the lane was silk last time. And now you look at it, he tries that same move again. He gets fouled, so instead he's going to line. He stops the clock here, and he's got a chance to get money. And he does here, 1 of 2 so far.
And he has been the other, he's been aggressive all game. Him alongside with Burke, who's taking a rest right now. I'm sure Burke won't be there very long. But nonetheless, free throw coming up here. His aggression being rewarded at the foul line. 15-6 OLGC.
Oh, off the mark. And now coming back down the other end, it's going to be Joseph, who decides to take it back out, and the Knights will reset. Getting in that now to Raphael. A little bit too slippery. Shouldn't have had that popcorn. We're going to have a jump ball situation. And referee Terry Downing says, we're going the other way.
That was a good pass by Raphael.
So just for some clarity, OLGC does not have an A-division team. So this is their lone team in the 8th grade division. So it makes sense why Joseph's here. If they had an A team, certainly he would be on it.
And let me be real, shout out to the OLGC Knight mascot that has confirmed who their mascot is in the crowd.
Hollywood.
Hollywood just saved my equipment, by the way.
Hollywood knows. You said he was the best person in the family, so standing out right now.
Well, there's other children. I can't pick him as the best child.
I thought you did. I stand mistaken. I stand corrected, I should say.
Just move on here. All right, back to I'm going to get murdered out here. Oh, this could be tipped away. Ball's coming towards us. Joseph's going to take it, lays it up, and in.
You weren't catching him. That kid with a full head of speed.
My goodness.
Most of the offense has been Joseph mixed in a little Hollywood. I can't remember anyone else scoring. It's been a lot for Olgc early on.
Oh, here's a three from dead on. Won't go. Hollywood gets the board. Joseph says coast to coast, maybe? I like my, I like my East Coast and I like my West Coast. I like to visit them both. Joseph is on an absolute run.
So I talked to McGlynn early on today, and I asked him about, I said, the exact quote is start with your best player and work your way down. He simply said, Joseph averaged 19 and a half points a game, lightning fast, you'll see. That's it. The only words he used. He said, you'll see. Basically like,
listen. We got to
to
give a shout out really quick, though, to some sponsors. This has to do with Olgc, which, by the way, they're the ones donned out in green right now on camera coming from that Staten St. Patty's Day parade. But shout outs to the Olgc Blue Knights, Coach Patty, Coach Dan. Coach Patty, who is the Olgc sports president, has had a great career with the team and program and is graduating out. Coach Dan, along with Coach Patty, have been coaching the boys since Biddy Ball. Coach Dan will continue coaching Olgc basketball as he's the assistant with the current 7th grade girls team. And the 8th grade Knights go for back-to-back B Division championships tonight. This is the 2nd straight year they face Our Lady Queen of Peace in this championship game. And as you know, the Knights are led by number 43, Isaiah Joseph, who's taking his talents to Moore High School in the fall. Back to you, boys.
1-2 in the regular season for Olgc in the regular season. Coach E and Dan, total score for the 3 games, 117 to 116.
Wow.
So 3 losses, yet all extremely close. And Queen of Peace comes out. Olgc looks like they've matched up man-to-man-ish. No, yes, it looks like man-to-man. Drive baseline. Rebound, trying to find Joseph. And here we go, off to the races. Now he's going to slow it down for once. Take a little mercy on people. Jump the ball in the high post to his friend here.
Pardon my back.
Little baseline move, little floater, draws the foul. Kind of last thing you want to do, Coach E, if you're those Melendez. First of all, I think Melendez is going to at least be his 2nd foul, which is the last thing they need. But jumping and fouling, I was just falling away from the basket.
Yeah. Right there, you had him on the baseline. He hit the side of the backboard.
What a soft touch for the big fella. That's Alexander Raphael. For a B Division team, there's a lot of size here for Queen of Peace.
Do you guys remember what the court looked like on Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, how small it was?
Yeah, it was the Fresh Prince court.
That's the Olgc court.
Yes.
So I don't know if anybody knows that. They actually play their home games at St. Peter's Boys High School. So shout out to St. Peter's Boys, who opens their gym up and lets them get busy over there in New Brighton. After an air ball coming back down the other way, the Blue Knights. Joseph, sidestep. Oh, my Lord.
I mean, I should have worn my Spreewell jersey for this game because this kid has a lot of Spreewell-like tendencies. My goodness.
Kind of like the whole, I am a real American. You're crushing it today, Coach. Back to the action on the court, down by 13. Now it's 11.
There you go, Burke.
No quitting this one.
Burke had to get one going.
Great coaching. Give Burke a little rest on the bench. Bring him back in for the last few minutes here. 11-point deficit for Queen of Peace.
Joseph working around a high screen, kicks it to the corner. Here's a 3 off the mark. Going to be rebounded by Melendez. Panthers look to come across the other way from right to left. They pull up, set up shop, as it's the Knights that get back on defense. Now they'll go perimeter, back into the paint. Stutter step drive, right of the hoop, won't go. Joseph launches a pass up court. It is caught, laid up, not in, but second chance opportunity. Possibly the third will go.
Olgc staying on the glass. That's Matthew Vandernoot. Beautiful offensive rebound, 24-11.
And that started with Joseph getting the rebound, kicking it up ahead.
Beautiful move here. Melendez had the open shot and then pulled it back. Now he's going to kick it up to Thomas Giammarino. Moving it right side. Callan Burke with it. He's going to fire a 3 off the mark. They have had no luck from downtown.
I mean, really, both teams it's just been Olgc laying the ball in the basket for the most part, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Yep, see,
traveled.
Layups are better. Just give the ball to Joseph and let him get to the bucket. Either way, it's 24-11. Queen of Peace has not played very well. Really important minute 53, Coach E.
You
Gotta find a way to get some buckets here.
you think Coach Burns is like, oh my goodness, this kid is lightning fast. I'm going to press everybody.
I'm sure Coach Burns is excited what he's got coming his way.
All right, back down the other end. Queen of Peace down by 13. Stop, pop, and it touches
Raphael.
every part but the basket itself. Going back the other way, Raphael, big man, spins against 3 defenders and throws it in.
That was saucy.
My.
That was
Did you see
saucy.
that? He looked like he's playing in slow motion Matrix style, and everybody else just trying to catch up.
Queen of Peace gone to a 2-3 zone here, Danny.
And Coach McGlynn's switching defenses up.
Say that to E. I don't know what you're talking about.
No problem.
Back to the action. Oh, they've got an opportunity here to work something on the 3 ball, and it comes up short. We're officially under a minute to go before we reach halftime. Here's a 10-footer shot way too strong, right of the hoop. Olgc. Well, this is going to be number 3 bringing it up, Julian Davis. He hangs it back now to number 21, Alexander Ruffett. No, number 41, Kamari Joseph. Going off the hoop now, Olqp will come up with it. Queen of Peace probably look to rush instead of hold. Going towards the hoop in a beautiful move. He's fouled, shooting 2.
That's a big. Now, if you can find a way to make some free throws, that's the first thing here. You got to knock a few free throws down. You get the third. It looked down 13 at the half. You consider it almost a moral victory, Queen of Peace. They played so poorly offensively. And not to mention, maybe perhaps a stop and a score. So, with Joseph on the bench for good counsel too, hopefully if you're Olgc, hopefully, this could be a momentum changer. Big foul shot. You got to make those, Coach.
Well, Burke has been struggling from the perimeter with his floater, with his 3. Now he gets a chance to go to the foul line and see if he can get his shot back going by seeing it go through the hoop. So that might be a positive thing going into the half.
Yeah, he made a 3 after he came out of the. Went to the bench for a few minutes to get a rest. So far so good. He's another one to drop. 2 free throws there for him, Danny Chanod.
Thank you. Back to the action here. 26.7 seconds to go. A turnover. Queen of Peace fires a long 2. It won't go. And it's going to be the last touch by the white and blue.
That would have been a big swing right there, but still nonetheless. Keep the pressure on. Hope for some taps here.
Oh, a turnover, but a foul instead.
Don't know, Coach E. That's, that call came from far away. We're saying a little kick to the leg. You're saying you kick with his leg. All right, so ball pressure still from Queen of Peace. Going to look to keep some pressure on them as we finish up the last half, 20 seconds left. And I am going to take the call here. So we got the inbounds coming. Queen of Peace continuing the pressure. Inbound will come not to Joseph. Oh, it's a bigger Joseph who came back in the game for offense. Great coaching by McGlynn. BB's a good way to describe him there. Olgc's going to come to a stop. Dribble. Looking opposite. Good pass on the drive baseline. Turns, squares one up, knocks it down at the buzzer. Or not quite at the buzzer, but there's our buzzer.
But hey,
and that'll bring the score to 26-15. Now, I believe that was Abenetti. It was at 14, Gianmarino again. Hey, listen, 26-15, Olgc at the half here. Coach E, if you're Queen of Peace, you have not played your game, as people like to say.
Right.
So you can walk into the halftime, a little positivity going here. What do you think?
If I'm the coach of Queen of Peace, I'm kind of happy. Like, all right, we got a little bit going in that last 3 minutes of that quarter, going into halftime, and now, I got a little bit of momentum. Now let's talk defensively. We come out and get something going.
Stay off the basketball court, everybody off the floor. If you're standing, you need to find a seat.
But so now we got a 11-point lead, and Queen of Peace has a little bit of momentum going into the half. So we're gonna take a quick break, and we will be back in about 2.5 minutes.
Sport and non-sport and registration. their emails, the CYO social media accounts, and SICYO.net. Mark's Bake Shop on Richmond Road is offering all spectators and their families to drop into their next door eatery for 10% discount when you mention that you were here at the CYO Championship Games. And also, ladies and gentlemen, just a very quick announcement. At the end of the game, please do not go on the court. We're not going to storm the court after. We're going to have our trophy ceremony at the end of this game, along with our 8th grade A Division Championship after this. So we want to allow the 8th grade boys.
Yes, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, wherever you may be in the world. It's Our Lady Good Counsel. Comes by way of, I don't know, I'd say Stapleton, Tompkinsville border? What is that, like Stapleton?
I'll say like New Brighton Heights.
That's a made-up neighborhood. I'm going to say Stapleton. And Our Lady Queen of Peace, I know they're out of the South Shore. What are they, Huguenot?
Noodle.
I'm terrible at my job.
Actually, I know the answer to that. My CYO team played them, and they are right up the block from New York High School, so I'll have to go with that.
I appreciate you guys with knowledge. Back to the action. Start of the second half. Olgc with an 11-point lead, but Queen of Peace has been on a run as of late. Take it for a sec, will you?
Queen of Peace found a way to, score a few buckets before the half, cutting the lead a little lower. So from down to 15 to 11. Little traffic. Joseph from the left wing for three. Bang!
Shoot it.
So the kid shows his unlimited speed and has now shown the ability, as Coach E says, to knock down the outside shot. Wow, what a fantastic player this young man is. Queen of Peace, Olgc applying aggressive ball pressure. Queen of Peace with a little dribble drive handoff series. High screen and roll here. Dribble down the paint. Step up. Good step up defensively by the Blue Knights. So yeah, Coach Joseph with the outside shot, showing the full repertoire.
And not only that, though, but good counseling, great help defense, stepping up and stopping Burke on the drive.
Good inbounds pass there to the baseline.
What it is.
He's facing up here. I have the sheet talking to the wrong game, so I'm wondering why the names look so different. Okay,
Sorry
now
about
I'm
that.
back to the proper sheet. Here we go, driving down the middle here. Going to work the ball around. Queen of Peace has been patient all night
Love
long.
the shoes on number 3.
Dan Chanod, big fan of the shoes. 3-ball up from the right wing. He made one when he came back from the substitution. Airballed that one. Going to need to find some shots for him to drop. He's important to their offense in Burke.
It looks like they're trying to send a double, but no. Beep beep.
You can't.
Oh, that just wouldn't go, but what a beautiful move.
Can't
That's
double
on
team
once
something
again
that fast.
from
Oh my
Joseph.
goodness. He is lightning.
You can't defend what can't be defended. Ugh.
There you go, Burke with a nice tough shot, man. He takes some tough ones, man.
Yeah, and on the hands
The
there on the
steal.
steal.
Oh, a little steal here, going for it, diving on the fall. It's going to stay with Olgc. Joseph come back the other way. Joseph versus the world. Our Lady Queen of Peace comes up with it. A foul goes against the black and blue.
He is lightning.
But see now the evolution of that is that when he gets that deep, he's got to pass that.
Absolutely. So possession here coming up. Queen of Peace, Dan, down 12.
It's a big moment in the game here because it seems like there's been a steady wave developing for Queen of Peace. Step back, long 2, won't go. Second chance opportunity, and they'll reset. Little crossover going in the lane. Too strong again. 23 versus everybody. I think ball movement could serve them really well right now.
I'll tell you, for a 7th grader, this kid playing 8th grade, playing up, is really aggressive. And you know what? He's got to play 8th grade again. And, be ready, Staten Island, because this kid is tough.
And I think, this time next year, some of those moves where he finishes going away from the basket, he'll finish going towards the basket as he matures, both mentally and physically. And the free throw is up and good. Listen, makes this free throw 10-point game. A lot of basketball will be played here at Monsignor Farrell.
You're right, Coach. 11-point game right now. Silky smooth on the second. Maybe Strategy should just be get to the free throw line. That's what I got to figure right now if you're Olqp. QP. Take it. All right, fine. Kamari Joseph kicks it out to the corner. The other Joseph fires long. It might have been tipped. He's claiming he was fouled.
I thought he hit his arm too, but, play on.
Oh,
Wow.
no call.
There's Burke.
It goes.
That's going to cut it to 8.
Yeah,
Little
that's
run
a big,
here.
big shot.
And they're going to stay up in their press.
Hold up. It is a ball game right now. Our Lady Queen of Peace pressing, and a timeout called on the court.
Coach McGlynn got the timeout.
Knights
Let me
want to
tell
talk
you.
it over.
In his playing days, Coach McGlynn was one of the heart and souls of his St. Peter's team. The guy, in the back, the big fellow, the one that would hold it down, and one of the best charge takers that I've ever seen. So his intensity comes from his upbringing as a player at St. Peter's, and he comes from St. Teresa's guy prior to that, right, Coach? So now bringing his expertise to Olgc. I saw his brother, Chris, in the crowd. Chris is winning best dressed. Dan, if you don't know who Chris is, he's a guy straight across in the green St. Patrick's Day suit. Okay, to the
That's
left,
impressive. And people might
yeah.
say, why St. Patrick's Day? Well, it's Staten Island St. Patrick's Day. Shout out to Duffy's, who sponsored us all day out here today. They got the games on. Continue.
Yeah, shout out to Duffy's, my man. Jimmy Rober over there working, making some money today on Patty's Day. Cormac Gordon, restaurant owner. And Duffy's is not just burgers, much like Main Street Coffee. Main Street Coffee is
Main
not
Street
just
Coffee, go there.
But the burgers at Duffy's, it's labeled the best burgers. Some people go away from it. I'm sticking with Duffy's, best burger on Staten Island, and that comes amongst a lot of great burger joints.
I'm good with that. I'll go with that review. I'm good with that.
Oh, just see, look at the throw
Having a
over the
hard
top.
time getting it in. Oh, Doctor, it's picked off by the Panthers. Stutter step, fake. Going to send it outside. Colin Burke with it. Working around a high screen. Down by 8 points here. 4:50
OLG.
remaining in the third quarter.
Olgc
Burke,
playing man-to-man.
right hand, throws it up, and it goes!
Slow, calm, and collected. No
Don't
pain.
look now, folks. It's a 6-point ball game. And Hollywood brings it down, maintains possession. Beautiful pass in the paint against 3 defenders. Oh, baby. Alexander Raphael getting his money in the paint.
How about the one-handed hook by the big fella? Good
And the
job.
setup, too. The move, the step through, just beautiful footwork and action.
Oh,
Hands there.
almost picked up there. Oh, what a pass. Laying it up and in. Matthew Melendez.
Joseph on the push.
Oh, coming right towards my camera, but instead Joseph says, I got you, DC. I'm going to take it all the way to the hole. To the rack.
Ludicrous.
Run and tell that.
The Road Runner. That's his name. The Road Runner.
You've been shouting out Looney Tunes nonstop, and I don't know if we can get a shot of it, but I am, in fact, wearing Looney Tunes socks today.
That's going to be tough for the camera crew to work on that one. We'll see how
I don't
that
even
goes.
want the camera on me anymore. I try to keep DDing out of this booth. Back to the action on the court. Last touch is going to go off Our Lady Queen of Peace. It'll be Blue Knights basketball. Bookie, you having fun?
Bookie has confirmed he is having fun. Update from the bookie.
All right, back to the action on the court. Thanks for being his translator. Where have you been the last 5 years?
We're also discussing with the bookie the spread for the next game. So if you're informed on the next game and want to send me your thoughts on it, please feel free. We will take into advisement. Next game will be the 8th grade A-Boys Championship between Mike Reeves.
Just way too much work to figure out who's favored or not in every game from a broadcast perspective. So we're going to be doing it for the next game as Queen of Peace brings it across the timeline successfully. Down by 8 points. And they lay it up and in. Cut it to 6.
Yeah, 34. Yeah, Rocco Dembinski in the basket. 6-point game.
Rocco. Great show, Rocco's Modern World, by the way. Bringing it across the timeline now. Joseph with it. Great handles. Kicks it right.
That's his brother, Joseph. Joseph the Joseph.
Love to see it go back and forth, but down the other end, Kenny Nolan up by himself. They're going to call no foul. A lot of contact.
Did you see
It's
him
a block.
He got in front of him. I can't think. It's a track down block. He was in front of him at the end.
So you're
oh
saying
my
instead of a
goodness.
chase down block, he was like, I'm going to run in front of him and stop him that way?
I don't know.
Oh, my Lord. Is he kidding me?
Look at Raphael.
That was a ridiculous
Look at
block.
Raphael.
Down the other way. Oh, that would have just been the cherry on top. Instead, Queen of Peace is going to be called for holding the ball out of bounds. It's going to stay with the Blue Knights.
The evolution of coaching and the evolution of basketball is played. A lot of times growing up, I think in another era, if Alexander Raphael's growing up, he would have heard, get into a guard, get into a guard. You know what? He is a guard. He's a basketball player. He's doing a great job doing it.
Honestly, if you're not entertained, I just don't know what to tell you. If you're tuned in, make sure you like the video. We appreciate it.
Look at the
ball. Let's go.
You're looking for a
Panthers, left to right, bring it across. Colin Burke. Somebody's down.
Look at the block.
Play continues. Panthers still have it. They can take advantage. Up and got it in the ball. Not only did they take advantage, but we got a major swing in points.
And you mentioned the small court they play on, Dan. And right now Joseph cramping up a little bit. He's been that's not Joseph. That is Raphael. He's been flying up and down the court. Looks like he's going to stay in the game, though. Okay, so good for him. Meanwhile, for Queen of Peace, Gian Marino has a chance to cut this thing to a one-possession game. Danny Chanod will cook him with gasoline.
You said
having a lot of fun.
You said the 3 times that they played, the average is like a 1-point differential, right?
They lost all 3, but the differential is by 1 point total. So that's nuts.
Now back to the action on the court. Olgc tries to get it across the timeline. It's tipped, but they have it in the corner in a double team. Working it around the perimeter. Joseph stutter step fires a 3. 2, as a matter of fact, it's off the mark. And it's Raphael who has it now working in the paint. Throws it up. Big fella getting his money with the finger roll.
He is phenomenal. He is phenomenal.
I keep watching the crowd. Both cheering sections going nuts every day. This is
that was from way downtown.
The step back 2.
A long 2. 35-32. It's down to a 1-possession ball game. Hollywood fires a 3 off the mark. We're going to see who has it now. Our Lady Queen of Peace comes up with it. Matthew Melendez.
He got him.
Called for a travel along the boundary. Great defense from Olgc.
Coach McGlynn's sweating, working himself on that sideline.
He is like beat red right now.
He looks like he just played a few minutes. Joseph on the catch, works the ball to Hollywood. Baseline.
Left side. Look out.
Through. Block. But here's Raphael.
Great defense here from Queen of Peace. Melendez out the other way with a trailer. Keeps it himself. It won't go.
Defense by Joseph.
Excellent defense. Olgc trying to get it going the other way. A little bit of volleyball pitter-patter taking place on the sidelines. What is taking place? Unbelievable play.
That was fantastic.
Joseph gets it on the other end. Driving reverse layup. Doesn't go. Hollywood the rebound. Puts it up. No. Third opportunity won't go. Fourth opportunity, no, and that's the end of the third quarter. It's a 3-point game. Let's go.
B Division, my rear end. This is fantastic CYO basketball. My goodness, high-level basketball from both teams, Coach G.
If you hear me clapping, it's because the play has been awesome. The action, they're going at it. They're playing hard for a championship. They want to win a chip. It's chip day. It's chip weekend.
If there was a camera,
so bad.
Now I'm in the middle of a Danny Chanod, Elliot Wilson sandwich, right? If there was a camera on us, I am elbowing and high-fiving and just bumping into everyone in this group. I'm giving the brookie, bumping into the brookie.
It's like
I can't stop.
We're like an N1 mixtape where all the kids fall down on every shot.
This is just so
We are the Joe Rogan meme.
We're having a good time here.
You're watching kids perform at a high level. You're watching a crowd that is just raucous. You're watching and we're going to point that out because I know we can be hard on them sometimes, a very well officiated game, Elliot Wilson.
Absolutely.
So 2 veteran officials. Got my guy T-Bone's going to inbound on the inside here, on the sideline here. Dan Chanod's doing some dance moves for us.
And guess what? We are in scary hours.
I don't know. I think I got to switch to a T-shirt.
The 4th quarter. Let's go.
Nelly's going to inbound for Queen of Peace. Here we are to start the 4th quarter at 8 minutes.
You handle it.
I'm going to handle it, apparently. Number 14 has the ball. That's Gian Marino. Gian Marino, top of the key, working, goes corner. Back to Gian Marino, little high screen and roll. 34. Verse on the reverse. Queen of Peace showing patience. They're in no rush with a 1-possession game. Ball top of the key, 3 to tie it is wide right. Rebound Joseph, and here we go again. Full speed ahead.
One to beat.
Good job with the good defense there, but Joseph on the glass.
Ooh.
Rebound up, and he's going to draw the foul. It's going to be on 34. So they did a great job, Coach. He's stepping up, stopping the transition,
Absolutely.
but you got to rebound the basketball.
You know, because with Joseph's speed, and all Alexander is doing is really just running, and if Joseph misses, he's there, and he was able to get it to number 15 here at the free throw line.
They have a great, they work together really well. Obviously, they've spent some time playing together. I know Coach McGlynn and Patty Vandernut, they work really hard together to put together a program at Olgc. Up shot is up and good. That's going to extend the lead, 36-32, as Dan Chanod rejoins us.
Well, it was time for a wardrobe change. I was sweating like I was at a nightclub in the 90s again.
Ooh,
Back to the...
Those are some good times we'll never get back.
No, we won't, and I shouldn't have to relive them at a CYO Sunday Championship. The runner left
There's
side
Burke.
goes.
Burke is activated. Beep, beep.
Windows, we are. Free parking in Brooklyn. Oh, down the other way. Ring the bell.
The road runner.
Windows we are will pay your toll as well. Main Street Coffee. Down the lane. Up strong.
Doesn't go. 38-34. Olgc looking to build on a 4-point lead here. Over 1 minute gone by in the fourth quarter.
Here's Joseph on the wing.
He's going to lose it. Gets it back with his right hand. Gives it to Hollywood, who thought about a three. Passes it off. A long three. Head on. No. Second chance
Raphael.
opportunity. Raphael there with it. He loses it.
I see the one hand offense the rebound. Oh, my God. The instincts. He's frustrated now. Great job by a teammate,
Absolutely.
Abenati, just picking him up, trying to refocus him.
Absolutely.
That's what teammates like Abenati do, role players that kick in and help out the studs. That's great. Fantastic teammate, right? Fantastic teammating? I don't know if that's even a word.
Well,
making
it
things up.
happens, but we're out here. Callan Burke working around a screen, goes baseline, kicks it back. Thomas Giammarino misses it, and it's coming the other way.
The energy level from both teams has just been through the roof all day long.
As expected.
And every possession at this point in the game, gentlemen, so critical. As a turnover here. Queen of Peace, turnaround off the steal. Hollywood there to clean up the mess. He throws it up to Joseph in a 2-on-1. A beautiful pass won't go. Joseph tries to clean it up. Fighting for the rebound. It's
There it is. Big fella.
Alexander Raphael cleans it up.
Sometimes I'm just bigger than you. That's
And there's nothing you can do.
And skilled, when you combine size and skill, Danny, it's dangerous at any sport. We have a whistle, inadvertent whistle. No, don't know.
So LGC crowd is fired up.
These guys,
They're all wearing green.
Well, you know what?
Coming from Forest
They're all
Avenue.
coming from
This is a bunch
Forest
of people
Avenue.
that came from Forest Avenue on St. Patrick's Day.
I mean,
Day,
there's no way they're not going to be
we're
fired
just going to be
up,
lucky
right?
if they don't kill us. Nonetheless, I remember my
We're
days.
so brutally honest, it's unbelievable.
They won't mind. After that, they'll be okay. They're
All
just looking
good.
Especially if they get a win here.
Back
So
to
far,
the
so good.
basket, shoulder shimmy, beautiful move from Melendez, who decides to kick it out to Pimpinella. Looking for a man and help. Now he finds Thomas Giannamarino. Back to Melendez, and it doesn't go. Hollywood kicking it up. Olgc on the move. Finds himself into trouble. Mad dash for the rebound, or the loose ball, I should say, and a jump ball. And not too many jump balls this game compared to all the other ones, coaches.
This has been a lot faster than some of the other games. Well, Joseph's the fastest player I've seen in years.
Great basketball, man.
Yeah, you're right. And that's a good point by Coach Eliot Wilson. It's the age. You get faster, you get stronger, get quicker.
Hollywood.
Nope, sorry. There we go. Up strong. Hollywood on the weak side misses. Queen of Peace on the push. He's got Joseph to beat. Strong to the basket. Up, and Terry down and calls the foul. So Melendez continuing. Go ahead, Coach E.
I said if Terry called it a foul, it must be a foul.
Yeah, no, Terry's not here to call nickel diamonds, and we love him for that.
Well, we still have ourselves quite the ball game, boys. It's a two-possession game, 40-34, and a chance to get it down to 4 points here. Silky smooth with his first free throw is Matthew Melendez. Now, where do most of these 8th graders, I guess, look to go play high school if you're from, say, Our Lady Queen of Peace? Is there like a set school that they all kind of go to, or are they scattered? Because you said it's Newark, right?
They're in the Newark. We do get a lot of Queen of Peace kids.
Scatter.
We do get some, but they scatter around, yes.
I'm not trying to, take shots at Mid-Island.
But when you're in the middle of the island, you do have options. You're not too close to anything. You're also not far away from anything. So I think kids take that opportunity to give themselves.
Absolutely. And while we get a chance, we want to, at the next break, we got to talk about the Mid-Island. So Hollywood looking to fire a three off the mark, rebounded by Queen of Peace. They decide to give it back to the floor general, the man running everything for them at this point in time.
That is
Colin Burke.
Burke has been to know he's a 7th grader is insane. He's
And how much more is he gonna grow? Like, look at his arms. Look at it. Like he's
feet
long,
too. It looks like he got
right?
some clod hoppers on his ankles there. So
Love it.
He's long.
So yeah, this kid's gonna be a player.
They got it down to 5, and now they got it down to 4.
Nice touch from the line. Can handle a ball.
You don't hear that as much, at the high school level. A lot of sophomores play, even some freshmen play varsity. You don't see it as much at the CYO level, which is a good thing. You should play with your own age.
Boy, Doctor, off the miss. Olgc coming down the other way. Big possession here. Queen of Peace needs a stop. Hollywood's been ice cold on the perimeter. Beautiful pass.
I'm glad you shouted that out, Danny, because that's an underrated part of that play. He rifled it in there. Beautiful bounce pass into the post.
How about the catch, Coach?
Yeah, let's see, Coach. The most underrated. Abatini showing their hands there. We like to call mitts.
Well, I know Hollywood. He plays many positions. He's also going to play football at St. Joseph by the Sea, where he's in Raleigh next fall.
Can we say Hollywood that way one more time? I need the pronunciation.
Hollywood! Isn't that how they say it in Fantasy Island?
Fantasy Island reference. Here
I'll
we
tell you
go.
this, though. Coach Trezor Baptiste is
Or is
getting
that
a hell of an athlete.
I don't know if he plays quarterback, but if he does, he can work out.
It
My
might
man,
be-
quarterback coach Randall Luttrell, RL, the best QB coach in the universe.
I think it's a mad world. Anyway, back down the other end.
No call.
That was a good no
Good
call.
no call is right. Olgc has it. Almost 4 minutes left
Here we
to go here. Olgc up by 4. Joseph making quick work around the boundary. Kicks it to the corner. Gets it back. Oh, what a give and go!
The Roadrunner.
Brother, that was impressive.
And great pass by Raphael.
I mean, we're seeing, and this happened last year, where the B game was outrageously entertaining and the A game didn't live up to it. Will that happen again this year? Stay tuned in and find out.
And here comes the Roadrunner.
On the
Oh.
skip.
Oh, nice deflection here. While we have a chance, I want to give a shout out. Mid-Island Little League Gala, May 3rd at the Hilton Garden Inn, 7:30 to 11:30. Contact Joe Calabrese for details if you want to go.
Joe Calabrese can be reached 917-846-9134. Mid-Island Little League Gala.
Can't believe you could see that. Hollywood just got abused left of the
block by
basket. Burke coming down,
turn it on the
working
checks,
against
and
Joseph. Oh, what a contact, no call. But my man, holy Hannah, what a highlight.
He put Joseph right on his hip and took him to the rack.
4-point game, 3 minutes remaining.
We got ourselves a doozy of a broadcast. If you like what you're watching, keep it locked. Like it, subscribe it.
Good move.
Right rim, no.
Yes.
Last touch by Olgc, coming back the other way.
Queen of Peace possession, 2-possession game, a lot of time, a little miscommunication, keep going. For people watching at home, see, they shouldn't do that. People watching at home, you react to the whistle on the court. If someone blows the horn at the desk and you walk with the ball, it's travel. So only the whistle stops play. Remember that, anyone listening at home.
Ray,
yes, Dan.
We were asked by a few people, and I'm not saying we're going to do it. We'll look into it, but it's possible that we'll be doing CYO Cheerleading Championships next week.
I can't wait. I don't know anything about
Me
cheerleading
either.
But if you want us in, I'll talk about it. That's for sure.
Let's do it. Back to the action on the court. 42-38, 2:42 to go in the ball game. Working right side. It's going to be Rocco Dembinski with it now. He gives it up top to Giammarino.
You got a post up on the little guy. House in the
shoulder
house.
to the basket. Kicks it
kick.
outside. Wide open. That's a three. Off the mark. This is trouble. Joseph going all the way. It goes.
With the left.
With the left.
Oh, my goodness.
Beep, beep.
Oh, my goodness. 44-38. The kid going 342 miles an hour.
You're trying to tell me that he's in 8th grade.
I don't believe it, no. I don't believe it, no. I don't want to play more next season. Hopefully, Coach Burns, right to varsity for this guy. You don't know business playing J. Oh, my goodness.
Right.
There's so much happening here.
The speed alone and then the finishing ability. Last play, you saw the high-low and the backdoor coaching. These kids are just playing at a different speed.
He turned his body and put him on his hip and laid the ball in with his left hand. He works on his game.
There's kids that we coach, year-round that can't come close to doing that.
Right.
And that's not the speed. The speed's one thing.
Right.
Speed's, for the most part, God-given.
Right.
You're born with it, you have
Absolutely.
it. You can't make somebody fast. But you can work on finishing.
You can work on it.
And this young man, my goodness, with both hands full. So when Coach McGlynn told me, you'll see, Coach, we see.
We see.
We see.
We see.
I see now. I thank you for what I see. Oh, beef jerky time. Merry New Year.
Merry New Year.
Happy.
Right.
In this country, we say Happy New Year.
Either way it works. Whatever works for you.
It's a Trading Places reference.
I've
never seen Trading Places.
I have. I missed the reference, though. My
Well,
apologies.
you have to unsubscribe and then subscribe again. That's your penalty rating. It might help us.
Wait, does that work? Do we get more viewers on it?
I don't know. Let's try it. I
can
can't
do it all
afford to
day
tell
long.
everybody to do that. We'll never get them back. Back to the action on the
Subscribe. Main Street Coffee!
Windows, we are. Back to the action.
Here we go. 2:14 left.
Queen of Peace needs a basket on this possession, but a 6-point game.
And
It's like we got a turnover. Joseph stepped on the line trying to come up the court. That's costly, gentlemen.
And Burke coming back in
so
the game.
Burke wasn't in the game there, and he's limping a little bit. Not necessarily, doesn't rely on speed for his game like Joseph does, so should still be able to make something happen if he gets a nice touch here.
Maybe after that layup that he made.
Yeah, he is not at full speed
Dembinski
right
with
now.
it. Dembinski sends it into the corner. Burke throws it up. No.
Bye-bye.
Coming down quickly
Good night.
the other way
Maybe.
is Joseph. He throws it up. Right hand won't go. Can you believe it? His first miss in forever. Rocco Dembinski brings it down the court, giving it to Giammarino. Right side. Sending it back. 34 with it.
He made that kid run his hardest.
Burke now, left side, off the glass. He'll go to the line to shoot two.
I just, how many times you see a kid panic and choke a three-pointer there or something. Great decision to get downhill to the basket. Scoring points with the clock stopped is the goal of every team that's down. So, chance to cut it to two here with minute 36, Danny, and what's been a fantastic CYO basketball game.
So tell me this, Coach. This guy Burke makes both of his free throws right now. It's a 4-point game. With 1:36 left, no shot clock. How do you extend the game, or do you play straight up defense and see if you can get a steal?
No, yeah, I'm unaware of it. Will they look to hold it? Will they look to play? A lot of factors here. Well, it depends on what Olgc does. They try to just play. You hope they just play and get a miss. We'll see with a minute 29 left.
Oh, here we go. Crunch time. Olgc up by 5. Hollywood, stutter step, pump fake. Sends a good pass into the paint. Quadruple team to the open man on the perimeter. Joseph splits the defense. Throws it up right hand. No. Queen of Peace tries to get it. Joseph get it. And it's a timeout by Olgc.
McGlynn uncomfortable there. Sometimes as a coach, you just got to say it. You just want to tell him timeout. You want to ensure this ball remains with Olgc along that baseline.
Turn our broadcast booth camera on. I just want to know. I know the people at home have to be having fun, but I got to ask you in the booth, Ray Palma, Eliot Wilson, with me, Danny Chanod. I changed my shirt. I was sweating like an animal.
Right.
There's no troughs here. This is a classy place. Farrell was like, no, pigs don't usually take a bath here. There are no troughs or running hoses. You have to change. I saw Ray's closet. It's formidable. I think he's got more coming.
I do have one more championship game. You got to break out the heat. You know what I mean?
Are you having fun or what, though?
There's nowhere. I am a 44-year-old single man. Yes, single ladies. Feel free to send in requests.
Hot drop.
But I'm a single guy. I have no children. So my life I've dedicated a lot of it to other people's kids, and being here in this atmosphere, I just would not be anywhere else in the universe.
It's a great day to be a Staten Islander, and it's an even better day to watch local sports. It's on display.
Raphael.
Good pass back out. Raphael thought better of it. Perimeter passing. Hollywood a 3. Too strong. Queen of Peace can't get the board. It's going to stay this way with 1:02 to go.
So, Coach
Huge
E,
play.
to answer your question, you kind of want to see what Olgc does. Right now, they're not playing like a team with a 5-point lead. Check number 3, so quick there. And until they start to do something like that, you kind of don't want to force them into it.
Oh, and a save. Yo, the unsung hero of this team has been 15, though. 15 has been steady. What's his young man's
15
name?
for Olgc is Brian DeGeary, and you're right, Coach. He's done a lot of the little things for the team to win games.
A lot of little things. Rebounded.
Absolutely.
You know,
great point.
He got to that loose ball. Like, if he doesn't get to that loose ball, like, they're going the other way.
Absolutely. Coach, that's the best point I've heard all day. Great observation. He's been fantastic.
Joseph sending it up top perimeter. Olgc up by 5, 46.8 to go.
So now we're starting the foul game.
Yeah, well, that was the second team foul for Queen of Peace. So Queen of Peace has a lot of fouls to give, so you don't have to foul immediately. You can just be aggressive. Let's see what happens here.
Get it into Hollywood, and he's fouled right away.
See, Coach, what do you think? I think you have to trap a little bit first. Just start hacking right away.
I just think with no shot clock, you have to get the ball back.
Yeah.
So at least extend the game. And you're putting 8th graders at the line to make free throws, to make big free throws.
Yeah, that's true, too.
So you know what? My philosophy would be, if you're going to make free throws, I'll tip my cap to you. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
If you're going to make clutch free throws, I'll tip my cap to you. But if not, then we can get the rebound and we can get more opportunities to shoot the ball.
And you want to be careful here if you're Queen of Peace, keeping track of who's in foul trouble here. You want to remove anyone from the game that you want to be in the game late. Right. Although we got to 7 now, so this will be the 1-on-1, Danny.
So now the road runner's going to the line to make some free throws. And you know what?
This is where you ask yourself, are you absolutely Captain Clutch?
Right.
You know, we've seen you be a man amongst boys all game, right? Seemingly do what you want to do in transition. That's what his whole game's been, but now missing on a 1-on-1 situation.
And now they got to push and score.
You can get your money in transition when you're such an athlete. But now look at this. Nope. Burke missing. They get an offensive opportunity rebound. Second chance here. The 3 from downtown. Off the back rim, no. Third chance opportunity. Go!
So now you got to foul quick. There you go.
Oh, excellent.
Thought you might get a timeout in the
and we got a cramp on the floor as well. These kids are suffering from cramps. I'm hot. They're hot. But like we talked about, Olgc's court is like Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I mean, shout out to them and shout out to St. Peter's High School allowing them to play their home games. But these kids do practice on their home court. You know, they play their games at St. Peter's. So this is a big point and a bigger testament to their coaching staff and the fact that they're up 3 in such a tightly contested contest.
Absolutely. It's been a war of attrition in many ways. These kids, like you point out, Dan, no matter what you practice on, look at the crowd there. Look at the people waiting to get in. My goodness.
It's wild right now.
This next game is going to be crazy.
What a mystery. So the door is open.
See what I'm talking about? You got to have that ice water in your veins. It's coming down the other way.
So what did I say, right?
Hold on, E. They're down by 3 points, and they have the ball. Timeout on the goal at 13.7 to go. E, what do you got?
So what did I say, right? You put an 8th grader at the line, and you say make clutch free throws. You know, you don't make. He missed two front ends here, and now you have an opportunity to get a 3-ball to tie the game.
And it comes the other way now. If you're Olgc, do you look to foul, not give Queen of Peace a look at a free throw? Quick shout out to Bosco's Parade Watch. I'm told there's about 50 people watching the broadcast right now. Let's hope all 50 like and subscribe on their way to Main Street Coffee after they get a burger from Duffy's. But here we go. Coach, we've got Queen of Peace, clearly 23. Burke's been the guy from 3, but he's been off all night. Do you go to him or do you rely on him for dribble penetration, perhaps find somebody else?
I mean, it depends. If you get the look, of course you want your best player with the ball in their hands. So, you know what I mean? And if they step up, he can make the right play.
Olgc with some token pressure up front. Hollywood picked it up as man.
The ball's in his hands.
Burke brings it across the timeline. 1-on-1. Step back. Going to his right. 8 on the clock. He throws it up. A lot of contact. No call. Coming down with it is Raphael.
I couldn't see those. I don't know, Dan, you see the contact? I couldn't see the foul there. I'm not sure either way.
I didn't see a foul.
And then the foul afterwards, though, the kid's trying to foul on purpose. Look at the ref like, what do you want me to do? You want me to commit homicide? I mean, my goodness, but anyway.
I'm not saying that a foul should be called in such a crunch time moment. I think it was great defense. I'm saying I think that there was contact
Absolutely.
because I didn't see a clear block.
Miss.
So on a miss, they're still alive. They could call timeout, but instead they throw it up. But I think the coach called timeout.
We couldn't hear the whistle.
Terry got him.
It's loud in this place, boys.
And
So now you need the person that catches the ball must shoot the ball. So whatever you're going to come up with, whatever your play is.
Do they adjust the clock, though? Because he called timeout before.
I don't know if they did. It wouldn't be much time, and they're not over the scorer's table. So,
Right.
And you know what? Getting a clock adjustment is the job of an assistant coach or the head
Absolutely.
coach. You know, someone's got to be paying attention to the clock. I'll give a shout out to Brian Linder for that. He's my assistant coach for years and was the master of getting me more time or less time or whatever it would have been.
You
So,
see this crowd of people waiting to
my
get
God.
in, filling in the baseline. Great camera work by Gotham Trinity Productions.
And that's not a highlight. That's a movie over there.
Absolutely. This is what we do out here. Local sports at its finest here in Staten Island.
And as we go through this 1.9, Danny, I don't know how many you've been back and forth, but how many people, strangers, have come over to tell us how great of a job, how much they appreciate what we're doing. So
A lot.
shout out to you, man. Shout out to you and all of your hard work and all that anxiety you've had for the last week or so. You can take a break. Tomorrow morning you can wake up and feel normal.
I don't know, man. I'm supposed to run Star Wars trivia at District on Wednesday night. I have seen one Star Wars movie. I got a lot to catch up on.
That's all right.
You'll be
This,
home.
I'll be home chilling watching Star Wars for 2 days, right?
That's not a bad life.
sounds
Yeah,
like a
bad
worse
life.
lifestyle.
You're right.
This kid's shoe's not tied. He's going to probably.
Bert, tie your
Well, it's too
shoes.
late now. Danny's
boy.
not telling Bert to tie his shoe. So Queen of Peace with 4 across the line at half court. Has to be a 3. Person that catches the ball will have to shoot
This
the ball.
place is packed to the brim. They try and
it's
throw
a
it in with
long
1.3.
ball.
They get it. He throws it
no.
up, and it won't go. Olgc holds on to win the 8th grade boys beach championship.
We have somebody getting
Who do you get?
Joseph. Danny Chanod's going to head over. He's
get
going to
the road
grab
runner.
Joseph for the MVP. We're going to bring him over. We're going to have a quick word with the MVP, who I think was pretty obvious was number 43, Isaiah Joseph. He was just nothing short of spectacular. Dan Chanod on the hunt to go get him. Eliot Wilson, what a fantastic quote-unquote B-Division championship game.
What a great
Nothing
game.
B-Division about this one. That is for sure.
You know, both teams played their tails off. Shout outs to Coach McGlynn winning the championship. But Queen of Peace should not have their heads down. They played phenomenal.
Coach, you couldn't have said any better. Absolutely not. He was nothing short of spectacular. Let's get these. We got Isaiah Joseph. Isaiah Joseph now joining us. Isaiah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, Isaiah.
Welcome to that, Pop.
Coach Ray Palma, Coach Eliot Wilson, nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you too.
You played a fantastic game today. How did it feel to play such a great game on this huge stage?
It feels really great. This is my 2nd championship, and I just want to thank my team and my coaches.
Okay.
Well, listen, I gave you a nickname today. All right, your nickname is the Road Runner, and the reason why I call you the Road Runner because you're lightning speed, and you did a heck of a job today, defensively and pushing your team. What was some of the keys that you worked on in practice?
We mainly worked on our plays and mainly worked on our defense most of the time, and that really helped us in this game today.
So last question, what's your favorite part of basketball? Obviously, offensively, you're so strong, and I've been a high school coach 22 years. You're one of the fastest kids I've ever seen, buddy. Offense or defense, what do you like the most?
I like defense the most because we have to work harder, and our whole team has to work together.
Isaiah, go join your teammates. Congratulations. Look forward to watching you play at Moore Catholic, young man. Great job. Oh, and
All
I
right,
see
ladies
someone
and
in his
gentlemen.
family's got a dog with them. That's awesome.
Check
Look
me
at
out
that.
right here. We got the 8th grade A coming up. We got to end this stream. Ray Palma. We're working with Doug Elwell next. E, give your shout-outs. We out of here, brother.
Yo,
Great
shout out to the CYO. Shout out to Nobody Cares. Shout out to Dan. Shout out to my brother Ray Palmer. Shout out to everybody who's supporting this thing. All right, and have a blessed year. And I'll see y'all back when we do some more basketball.
Love it. Main Street Coffee. Main Street Coffee.
Coffee!